to MathTabang. Let's jump right into graphing lines. Para mo graph og lines, let's start with y equals 2x plus 1, which is just a linear function.
Say what?
So the first thing that we're going to do para mo graph og lines is we're going to make an xy chart. So now, pwede na ka mong pili og mga values for x. Normally, basta mag-teach ko mga students, I tell them na pick ang pinakasayo ng mga numbers na pwede nimo gamitin, such as 0, 1, 2, and 3. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to be using the numbers -1, 0, 1, and 2. So let's put those numbers into our xy chart. So the next thing we're going to be doing is atong evaluate for y ang atong x values na atong gipili.
So, para maka-find out taon sa ang mga y, you just have to remember na ang y equals siya sa 2x plus 1. So, to find y, take out ang x and ibutang ang mga values na atong gipili para sa x.
So let's start with -1. So if atong ibutang ang -1 sa y equals 2x plus 1, ipuli nato sa x, we will get 2 times -1 plus 1 equals, so 2 times -1 is -2 plus 1 equals -1. So when x is -1, y is going to be -1. So let's plug in the 0 into our y equals 2x plus 1. So 2 times 0 plus 1 is going to be 0 plus 1, which is just going to equal 1. So put that 1 right next to that 0, and then we are going to put the 1 and the 2 also into this function. So when we put 1 into the function, we will get 3, and if we put 2 into the function, you will get 5. Now, nanata sa tanan ordered pairs natong kailangan para mo graph sa kanina linya. We have -1, -1, 0, 1, 1, 3, and 2, 5. So now, let's get our xy coordinate system. Okay, as you can see here, we have a place in the middle that we will call the origin. So to graph ang kanina mga ordered na pairs, let's start there. So the first ordered pair natong i-graph is -1, -1. So to graph an ordered pairs, we have to graph the x part of it first. So ang x niya is -1. So ang point niya kay mag-align sa -1 sa x-axis. And then ang yung y na part is -1 put. So let's also make sure na ang point niya kay ma-align po siya sa -1 sa y-axis. So there we have it, our first point.
Now, let's graph the point 2, 5. Remember na unahon og tanaw ang x na part, which is 2. So, align ang point sa 2 sa x-axis. Natanaw nato ang y na part, which is 5. So now, i-align na po nato ang point sa 5 sa y-axis. And now, we're done. Mananata sa atong ikaduha na point.
And you basically plot all the other points the exact same way. And now, na mananatag plot sa atong tanan na points, all we need to do is draw a line to connect them all. And there you have it. You've graphed a line. Okay, so our line for this next problem is going to be y equals 2/3 x minus 1. So, if you can see na ang coefficient niya or ang number na tapad sa variable or sa x is a fraction. So, this makes it a little bit harder. But ang ato lang kailangan buhaton para dili nato lisulisuran atong self is we need to pick x values that are multiples of kanang ubos na numbers sa fraction or ang denominator sa fraction. Such as 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. So, atong values natin i-choose para sa atong xy chart is going to be 0, 3, and 6. So, let us put those x values into our chart. Okay. So, let's start with 0. Remember, the next thing natong button is atong i-evaluate ang function. So, put the 0 into the function y equals 2/3 x minus 1. And you will get y equals 2/3 times 0 minus 1, which will just simplify to 0 minus 1. And finally, -1. So, when x is 0, y is going to be -1. Okay, next we are going to evaluate 3. So, y equals 2/3 times 3 minus 1 is just going to be y equals 2 minus 1. And finally, y equals 1. So, when x is 3, y is 1. Okay, now the last thing we're going to be doing is evaluating 6. So, 2/3 times 6 is going to be 4, minus 1 is going to be 3. So, when x is 6, y is going to be 3. So, now that we have our ordered pairs, let's grab that Cartesian coordinate system again. So let's first graph the first ordered pair, which is 0, -1. Remember, make sure that we start with the x and put it at 0 and then move up or down depending on what the y is. Since it is -1, you have to move down. So now you have your point at 0, -1. Now let's graph 3, 1. So start with the x, which is going to be 3, and put it on the 3 part of the x-axis. Okay, now let's move on to the y part of the ordered pair. Since it is 1, that means you have to move up 1 or align yourself with the 1 on the y-axis. Finally, let's graph the ordered pair 6, 3. So remember, make sure the x is at 6 and the y is at 3. Now we have our 3 points plotted, so make sure to connect those dots with a line in order to graph our linear function. And there you have it. You have graphed one of the harder linear functions. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope this helped you learn how to graph lines. Please like and subscribe to support this channel and check out our other videos if you need help with other things in math. Thank you so much for watching again. We really appreciate it. Peace out!